Good morning, everybody. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning and we are going to be butchering some chickens today. Okay. Last month we took one day and we did about 20 or 25 in one day. Today we're going to do 30 or so. There might be a few more that we do, just depending on how many we really have. I think it's around 30 that we have. Last month when we did it, it really didn't take us that long. So I'm pretty sure we can get it done. Mom was like, whatever happens, we're getting these 30 done because she's just tired of having them around in the yard and feeding them. So instead we're gonna butcher them and feed ourselves. We'll see how the day goes and I'll bring you guys along and you can kind of see our process. This is probably the one thing in the farm that I feel like we've got down. The first time we ever butchered chickens, it was probably like 2015 or so. It might have been like 2014 was the first time we ever butchered chickens, and we've done it several times since then. So before we moved here, we already knew how to do that. So I think this is the one thing that we're not constantly questioning. We have finally figured out our process and how we like to do it. We've kind of combined several of our favorite vloggers, and we've kind of combined their ways that they do it and made up our own way. Weird because like So I just want to take a minute and kind of tell you guys our process. We used to just chop the head off of the chicken with an axe, and it was quick. It left the chicken once, as soon as we cut the head off, the chicken would be stiff, and it wasn't calm, it wasn't like relaxed, it was very stressful. It was just not very smooth. It wasn't a smooth kill. It was just very kind of harsh and just such an immediate kill that the chicken would just be instantly stiff. The meat of the chicken wouldn't be nice and relaxed. So now we slice the throat. That's all we do is slice the throat. The chicken is very relaxed when we do it. It's very calm. The chicken just passes out and slowly bleeds out until it dies. So it passes out and then it dies. It works much better. We tried everything we could to figure out a cone. I know most people do like a caution cone. We tried that. We couldn't get it to fit right. So now we watched a video from Weed'em and Reap, and she just would use a rope and just tie up the feet and let them hang. So that's what we do. It works really well. We don't have to worry about them, you know, shoving them down in the cone. I was at a friend's house once. They would like go upside down in the cone. Their feet would stick out down the bottom. It was always a debacle. So the rope just eliminates a lot of annoyance and frustration because it just works really well. As far as plucking, we don't pluck. We skin. We do not have a plucker. You know, plucking by hand is a pain in the butt. We used to dip them in the boiling water, just pluck them by hand. It stinks. It takes forever. It's not fun to do that. So now we just skin, and it's not ideal because you really do lose a lot of fat that's in between the meat and the skin, that layer of fat that you can have. We do lose that. And Mom really wants to get a plucker and eventually pluck. But because we are doing so many, you know, there's only so many of us, plucking it by hand just isn't ideal for us. So we skin, and we watched a video by Stony Ridge Farms, and I'll put a link down below of all the people I mentioned. And he skins, and we do it a little bit differently because I think he separates the breastbone from the leg area, right? I think he just snaps the spine right when he's skinning. We don't do that. We leave the chickens whole and we just skin the whole thing. But that's pretty much our process. And then we eviscerate, obviously, and then we just rinse them all down real good, stick them right in the ice cooler, and it goes pretty well. As soon as we get our rhythm down, it doesn't take that long. It takes a few for us to get back into the groove of it if we haven't done it in a while. I used to slice the throat, and then no one else really wanted to do it, but if you can get over the fact that you're actually killing an animal, it's actually the easiest job because it's just one cut and you're done. It's not a whole long process. Make sure you don't bust the intestines, you know, worry about all these little things. Killing is actually the easiest part. Physically, the easiest part. Right now, because we're doing so many, and killing really is only one job for one person. Gabe's doing that. Me and Mom and Eli are helping eviscerate, skinning and eviscerate. Here's our executioner.
What? Executioner?
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah. I haven't sliced my finger yet, so.
That's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
How's it going, Mom?
I've had better cleanings.
Better days?
Yeah. I just can't seem to find my groove. It's because I didn't get a lot of sleep.
You'll get it.
For the box. I'm really not a pro. I just mangle it. Let's go.
One thing I do want to say is the chickens that we're butchering right now aren't like your typical Cornish cross meat birds. These are just a bunch of extra that we have. They're a bunch of roosters. They're a bunch of hens that aren't laying. And, you know, we want hens for laying. We only want a few roosters. We don't need a whole bunch of roosters. So all these chickens, they're just chickens that we don't really need. We've had them for a while and they're pretty much as big as they're going to be. We do have a few Freedom Rangers, and those are good for meat. But I think we have a few Buff Orpingtons. They're not really for meat, but we don't need them, and we're not going to just, you know, keep them and keep feeding them if they're not really doing anything productive for us on the farm.
When your video.
Go.
And 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Find the camera.
Okay. Go
Now I'm all giggly. We're done. Actually, let them go too long. You see they're a little overly dry, but look at all that juice in the bottom. I did not put anything, I didn't add like water or anything